Layoff is not just a loss of job. When it happens, it feels like somebody pressed a delete button on the life that you created with so much hard work. And everybody says stay positive, but you cannot, because literally everything around you reminds you constantly that you have been laid off, and it's a shame. As a HR, I have been on both the sides. I have conveyed that difficult message of being laid off to employees, and I've also seen people break down completely when they hear that news, no matter how successful, experienced, mature, wise that employee is. So today I will tell you what actually works. How can you make a real comeback emotionally, mentally, and professionally after a layoff? And if you follow all the steps that I'm going to share just now, then you will for sure make a great comeback. Let's begin. The first and the foundational step to a great comeback is acceptance. Accept that your brain is in shock. The news of getting laid off triggers the same part of the brain that gets triggered when you have a heartbreak or you experience a loss of a loved one. Your nervous system literally gets into identity withdrawal mode. You were not just attached to the salary, you were attached to the person who you think you were when you were going to that job. You have created an identity with that job, a version of yourself. So when that identity breaks, the immediate instinct is to go in panic. First, you go in panic, then you go in denial. You completely deny the fact that you are getting laid off. Your nervous system doesn't process it. You feel like it's not real. And then when you realize that it's real, it's for real, you go into a mode of pleading others. You try to find out a way if this can be reversed. And when that doesn't happen, you go into the mode of anger. You're really angry, in rage. And once that phase settles down, I'm talking about the same day. When that phase settles down, you go into prolonged sadness. And then you wake up the next morning and apply to 100 plus jobs, whatever is available online. But let me tell you, when you try to make a comeback from any of that state, when you are sad, angry, you are trying to beg others for a job, or you're just frustrated, or you are deeply saddened. When you try to operate from that state of mind, you are not going to make a comeback. Forget about making a great comeback. You'll not be able to make a comeback at all. So give yourself at least 1 week of time where you do nothing and you just process what has just happened with you. Spend time with your family, your friends, sleep if you want to, journal if you can, and cry if you need to. Because your brain literally needs that kind of decompression before it can actually reset and can start making smart career decisions. Step number 2, grieve, but do not guilt yourself. As a HR, let me tell you that you are not a failure because you got laid off. Layoffs have mostly nothing to do with the employees, their performance, their capabilities. Layoffs are very much business decisions, and they are not a representation of any employee's capability or potential. Still, I know a lot of people associate shame with it, or other people shame people who got laid off. And especially in India, where so much of your self-worth is tied to what you do for work. The moment you answer that question as I'm trying to find a job or I'm in between the job, the face expression of people around you just changes as if you are not capable of finding a good job, or you were not capable in the first place to be retained in the job from which you were laid off. I get all of that. So here is the reframe for you, not for anybody else. You are not unemployed. You are in transition. You are not out of work. You have outgrown a job that you were working at. So grieving is not a weakness, not at all. It's your brain's way of closing one chapter neatly so that it can open the next chapter for success. Please do not skip this step, because if you will carry the dust of this phase onto the another one, and then you'll not be able to make clear decisions, or you'll make the same mistakes again. Step number 3, do not shrink. Rebuild your internal narrative. What happens immediately after a layoff? We shrink. People want to isolate themselves. They do not want to post anything online. They do not want to interact with their old friends, their old colleagues. They stop taking calls. They stop socializing, and definitely avoiding meeting their relatives. Because what if the question comes, what you're doing these days, or what you do, or how's your job going? That question feels like a punch in the chest. I get it. It's not just embarrassment. I know it's a deep-rooted fear, and a quiet one, a fear of being seen as less in comparison of others, less capable, somebody who has less potential, not capable of being in a job. That's why you are being laid off. So we try to hide from that label of less, being seen as less. But sadly, that isolation, that shrinking yourself in your cocoon is not helping you. It will keep you stuck in the version which got laid off. You will be living in the same chapter. The more you stay invisible, the longer it will take the new opportunities to find you. And tell me honestly, when you were on peak of your career or you did something which you were really proud of, didn't you share that online or with people? I'm sure in some capacity you must have done that. You must have let people see that you were willing to be visible. So when you were willing to be visible in your good phases, why your transition isn't worth sharing, why your transition in career, this transitioning stage, is not worth being visible to people. It is, and that's why you shouldn't hide or be invisible. So instead of shrinking, try this. Number one, post at least one honest reflection that you have learned during this break. Reconnect with 2-3 people, not to ask for a job, just to stay in the movement, just to prove yourself that getting laid off has not limited you in any way. You can still call people, you can still hold conversations other than asking for jobs, other than begging for jobs. You can still very much do that. And if someone asks, what do you do now? Say confidently, I am exploring new chapters in my life. Whatever your domain is, talk about that. No shame, no guilt, no hiding, just pure truth. Confidently. The world doesn't judge you based on the fact that you were laid off. It mirrors how you carry it. If you carry it like a shame, if you shrink, people will treat it like a shame. If you stand tall, people will perceive it as a strength. Remember this, silence might feel safe as of now in this phase of yours when you're transitioning from a layoff. But believe me on this, visibility is the thing that will move you in the next chapter of your life. Step number 4, restart small but strategic. So once that emotional dust settles down, you'll start asking yourself questions like, who am I really without the job title? If there's no job title, what's my existence? And questions like that will reframe your career in the best possible way. So take a notebook and write down, what did this layoff teach me about the kind of work or environment I don't want again? What are 3 skills that I actually enjoyed using the most? What part of my work made me forget time? As in, I absolutely enjoyed doing it. What part of that work you actually enjoyed? Write that. If you take out time and actually answer these questions honestly, you will see so much value in your response and you will see a direction which is unique to you. Here, after answering these questions, you will not be blindly applying everywhere or blindly following people. You will actually find a direction in which you want to go, because your comeback isn't about getting back what you lost, getting back a similar job that you just left or you were made to leave. It's about getting aligned with who you have become, because so far you never took out time. That's the reality. You never paused and reflect what you truly want in your career. You were on this autopilot doing same thing again and again without even thinking, one day after another, repeating the same things and chasing something you don't even know if you really want it. So when you really build your narrative, the story that you tell yourself, the real answers to these questions, you will stop seeing layoff as rejection. You will start seeing it as a redirection, and you will be so happy to look back in time to this phase that you'll say, thank God I got laid off. Otherwise, I wouldn't have never realized where I really want to go. So instead of blasting your resume everywhere possible, start by redefining your professional identity. Update your LinkedIn profile's headline to reflect your skill, not your status. Not like I'm being laid off or XX employee rebuild it, redesign it, rewrite it to reflect your skill or at least reflect your interest. So here on the screen, I'm sharing real examples that you can use, ready to use examples. If you feel that you connect with anything of this sort, you can use it. Please use it. If this doesn't suit your profile, please customize it to reflect your true interest or your true skill. When someone reads your headline, they should instantly feel that this person knows what they do and why it matters. Don't just state your title, that I am so and so or I was so and so. Describe your impact zone, like whatever you did, how it impacted the business or people's life. That's what makes you memorable. That's what makes your profile seen in front of recruiters. And let me tell you, your comeback isn't one big move, like, you didn't have anything and all of a sudden you landed some glamorous job with some big company, say Tesla or whatever. No, your comeback is about very small, tiny, visible micro wins that will tell you and the world, that will tell both of you and the world that you are still in the game. You are still very much in the game. You have not isolated yourself. And then it's up to you how you use that reminder, how you want to say that message that I am still in the game. You want to say that it impacted you? Say that. You want to say that it took you 2 months to get over it? Say that. You want to say that it made you learn or reflect so much on what you have been doing so far mindlessly? Say that. If you want to say that this is the best thing ever happened for my career growth, say that. Or if you want to say that nothing can break my focus on my career, I am still going to build as strong as I was, say that. It's totally up to you how you want to give that reminder to yourself and to the world, to just tell that you're still in the game. Step number 5 is redefine your relationship with work. Every layoff leaves behind a scar, a deep scar, a quiet fear of what if it happens again. And it doesn't go by pretending that it's not there or it's not going to happen again. It doesn't go away with that. It goes away when you design your career differently this time. And you design your career for career security, safety, not job security. And no, by the way, job and career are not the same thing. So job security is a myth. It's non-existence. You'll not find it anywhere. But career security is a thing, and you can definitely achieve that. If you have trouble understanding the difference between career and job, let me know. I can do a full-length video for that. Okay, so we were discussing how you can design your career differently this time. Number 1, learn at least one skill which is independent of the market and that keeps you valuable no matter what. Number 2, create a small document collection of your achievements so far. A simple Google document will also do. Number 3, try to build a personal brand so that opportunities can find you. I know a lot of people find this advice cliche that, oh, nowadays every Tom, Dick, Harry is trying to build a personal brand, try to fake experience on LinkedIn. See, if a lot of people are trying to do it, that does not make it less worth. Faking experience and things is not something new. It has been happening, I think, since the time human is existing, I feel. It was happening before social media as well. People used to fake things on their resume. People used to lie in their interviews. It has been happening, guys. There's nothing new in it. So you do not have to dim your shine or being invisible on these platforms just to prove the point that, oh, I'm not in that race. Because you like it or not, visibility is the only currency that can help you get monetized single-handedly. Process this point. It is so huge. When your value exists outside of your employer, you are valuable outside your company as well. When your value exists outside of your employer, you will never have to start back from zero. If you are valuable outside your employer, even if they fire you, you'll not go back to zero no matter what. The day you start earning even 1 rupee, 1 single rupee outside of your employment, you will start seeing yourself in a different light. Your perspective about your skill set, your perspective about your potential will change forever. 1 single rupee. So give yourself a fair chance. Try to build that kind of value Try to build your personal brand. Try to build skills that outlast your employment with any particular company. And step number 6 is rewrite your internal story. This is something that will take you places, because this is the foundation of everything that you're going to build after your layoff. I want you to remember this line. You didn't get rejected from your path, but you got rerouted towards your potential. The real comeback will not happen when you will get the next offer letter. It will happen the day you see yourself in the mirror and you're proud of yourself and you can stand tall with no job title and you still feel valuable, irreplaceable, you have faith in your abilities. That is the day the real comeback will happen. Until then, you are just repeating the same patterns. If you are waiting for that offer letter to call it a comeback, jobs can be taken away. Anybody can any day take it from you. But your skills, your confidence, your discipline, your belief in yourself, that stays with you. Nobody can take it away from you if you rewrite your internal story well, if your foundation is strong. If you have watched till here, I want you to comment, I am making a real comeback, in the comment section. And if you found this information helpful, please make sure you share it with somebody who needs it, who is still in that heartbreak because of the layoff. With that, we came to the end of this video. I'm signing off. You take care. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe. Bye.